There comes a time when you have to stop hiding behind the car. I'm not what you typically think of when it comes to video game content creation in 2020. Married, kid, on the wrong side of 35, full-time job. Wait, never mind. I don't have one of those anymore. Regardless, these things aside, there's other realities in my life that make a reveal like this very hard. But I've decided I'm not going to let my limitations hold me back from showing my true self. Yes, it's time for you to see the real Rocket Sledge. Admit it. This isn't what you expected, is it? Gaming for me has always been an outlet, a place for me to just be one of the team. A chance to forget that I only have 3 fingers per hand and a head that makes up a third of my body. But unfortunately, even gaming can't prevent reality from coming back to haunt you from time to time.
Dad,
Yes, son?
why don't I look like you?
You'll have to go ask your mother.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just going to stop that right there. That was getting pretty dark. I was going to lighten the mood with a little musical number, but unfortunately one of the puppeteers got injured and we had to cut it. It's face reveal, guys. Every YouTuber has to go through this, I guess. It's kind of weird being out of my element here. But I'm going full-time now. A lot of you know that I did lose my job, and I have an opportunity here to give this a try, so we're going to see more videos. Streams are going to start up. And I just want to thank you for the support you've given me so far, especially over the last few weeks. Since that announcement, Left was a big part of that. I got like 12,000 subscribers in 2 days. And there's been lots of positive messages, and I want to thank all of you for that. So for this video, I pinged my Discord a few weeks ago, asked them to give me some questions so you guys can get to know me a little better. So I'm going to go over a few of those questions now. All right, question 1. Am I going to start using Facecam for videos? Maybe. It definitely doesn't feel comfortable. It's a whole new step to the recording process. Now you have to worry about how you look. I'm probably going to hate this when I edit it. But there are certain videos that kind of lean towards that, so I could see myself using it once in a while. But what made me decide to do the face reveal is part of what's the next step for me. So streaming is about to start, and I'm going to be using Facecam with streaming. So you only get one chance to do a face reveal, so I thought I might as well do a video. What inspired me to be a YouTuber, or who made me want to be a content creator? Technically it was the community to start with. Like when I first started, I was just making montages, not really putting in any effort other than that. No dreams of being a YouTuber. But then on Reddit, people started asking for a demoing tutorial, and I didn't want to do it because I didn't even want to talk on video. Anyways, so eventually I got around to it and did it, and I kind of liked it, and it still was a year or so before I started taking it seriously. So then afterwards, inspirations like Sunless Khan, who I worked with for a bit, Floomp definitely as well, kind of pointed me what I wanted to do, what I wanted to turn it into. How did I decide to make the physical playstyle my own brand? And do I feel like I was the vanguard of the current physical meta? Well, since I played since launch, me and my friends just kind of, right from the start, kind of figured out you could blow people up. Demoing was a lot harder back then based on the demoing rules that were in place, but bumps, demos is something we just did. And we learned a lot along the way, like when to do it, when not to do it, for example. And it wasn't until I started posting it to Reddit that I kind of realized that there wasn't many people doing that type of thing, or at least posting that type of content. So I guess that's kind of when it became my own brand. I wasn't really skilled in other ways, so I posted those types of clips. Salty chat montages, people like those. As for the meta, maybe a little bit. I could see it on the lower rank side. Like my Reddit clips have like 2 million views, but my tutorial is like 30,000 views. So I don't think I really pushed it in that way. Pros are what push the meta, right? And as a professional player, you're not worried about what looks the most skillful or how the opponent feels with how you beat them. You're just looking for the best way to win. So the pros are the ones that push this meta the most rather than me. How did I choose the name Rocket Sledge? And did I use it before Rocket League was released? Well, yes. Sledge was a name I had been using in prior games. Wasn't nothing to do with demoing, so that's just like a big coincidence. I added Rocket to it when I made my YouTube channel. For some reason, I thought that was going to make me stand out as to what I was doing. It's a stupid name if you really think about it, but it's been said enough times, it doesn't sound stupid. Will Rocket League forever be my main focus, or will I branch out? Definitely a concern, especially if you're going to go full-time doing anything. Like, how long is the game going to last? With Rocket League, I think we have steps that are left that it could get bigger, for example, free to play, so I'm not too worried about that. I definitely would like to branch out. Before now, I didn't have time to play any other games. Now, I think if streaming starts to go well, you'll see me maybe do a little bit more branching out on stream. Where am I from, and has the virus affected me and my family? So I am from Canada, Alberta, actually. So I think one of the states that would border us is Montana, if you're trying to picture it. It's a prairie province. We're pretty spread out. So that's kind of helped us. Canada's doing well in general, Alberta especially. We're kind of in a stay-at-home situation. So before I lost my job, I was working from home. So we're just mostly staying at home. That's the biggest thing. I personally don't know anyone that has corona or anything like that, but there is cases in the area. Do I have any other hobbies outside of playing car soccer? Yeah, I have a few. They've definitely been neglected since I've been focusing on Rocket League content over the last year or so. I've been playing guitar for quite a long time. Do you guys like Oasis? Also, to satisfy the rules for Canadian citizenship, I play hockey once a week in the wintertime. And finally, might be of interest to the person that asked, the Pianist 98. I do play piano, unless that's a penis joke. It's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass to go record some piano for you because it's downstairs, and also because for some reason I put on skates for this. Do I have a favorite sports team? Well, yeah, Edmonton Oilers. I don't really follow any other sports other than that. What is the editing software I use? I use something called Vegas. It's on Steam. It's not that expensive. I do recommend it. Other creators like Musty use it as well. My favorite or most creative thing I've done for a video, well, that depends. I do a lot of like overlays and animations that I think are pretty creative. So one that comes to mind is for Price is Right. They have these panel doors, and I recreated them, and then I made them like slide open, which I think was pretty creative. As for like a topic, I'd say my 2015 versus 2020 video, where I took a replay I had from a couple months after launch, took the cars, recreated the cars for players in 2020 that had about 100 hours, so I could compare 100-hour players from each era, and the games looked exactly the same. So it's kind of like a guess the year thing, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. How did I create such an amazing channel, and do I have tips for an up-and-coming creator? I just made videos and got better as I did it. And that's probably the best advice I can do. If you're not putting out content, you're not going to get better at it. I have this graph here. It only goes up to like November, not when I had 35,000 subs, but it kind of shows you what it takes and how many videos you have to make often before you see growth. So if every video you're getting better, it's going to help you. And then you build this bunch of content, so if when you do get a hit, people can go back to your channel and they're going to stick around because they see more of that level of content. Biggest advice I give is nobody wants to see you play the game. There's exceptions to the rule, but if you're making gameplay content, you don't have a chance, really. We're already playing some low odds here as it is. Nobody wants to see you play, so you got to come up with something else. So if you don't have ideas that are better than Road to Grand Champ, you don't have a chance. What has been my favorite video to make and why? It depends what you mean by make. Like editing process, there's parts of it that are fun, but big videos, good videos, it's work. So maybe I'd say the white hat video was fun to make because as it was coming together, I knew it was something special. It had so many different elements to it. But for like if you think about recording, I'd probably say my game show videos, just because they're not scripted. You don't know what's gonna happen. There's a lot of back and forth interaction, which I think I excel at. And they can be a lot of fun depending on who's there. So if I was to pick actual episodes, I'd say Celebrity Price is Right with Floop, Sandman, and Sunless. That was a lot of fun. And probably episode 2 of Family Feud. The Collins brothers and Nito Queen and Kevy, they were awesome. It was a fun episode to make. Do I have an idea of how successful a video will be, and have I ever been surprised? I usually have an idea, and when I'm wrong, it's usually wrong the bad way, so it doesn't go very well. I can think of only one video right now that I think was a surprise the other way, and that was a video where me and my friend Catman went into ranked, where our names said that if you demoed us, we would forfeit, and tried to see how far we could go, and that got like 150,000 views for some reason. And then I made a follow-up episode, and it got 11,000 views. So, I don't know. Jerry, great question. What video never got the views that it deserved? Once again, there could be different ways to look at this. Like, for example, my recent video where I flipped the whole coach prank and used a fake coach to prank someone. So the coach was actually a plat and he was coaching a champ level player. I look at that and I'm like, that's a 300 to 500,000 view video on somebody else's channel, where it's a 65,000 view video on my channel. So I don't think that gets what it deserved. But if we're looking overall at my channel, a couple that stand out would be the air show recap. So the Rocket League air show got 180,000 views. Amazing performances by the creators of that. And then the recap where I showed behind the scenes and bloopers, it got like 15,000. So I definitely think that deserved more. And another video might be the how to name and shame your teammates. It was a satirical video. I had a lot of fun making it. It's the kind of content I'd like to make more of, and it didn't go very good, so view-wise. A lot of people I talk to will say that's their favorite video by me, so you never know how those things are going to go. How does it feel to be one of the most underrated YouTubers? It sucks. Thanks for reminding me. I always say it's better to be underrated than not rated at all. So I'm kind of in a situation, I believe, where the content's there. Like, you don't have to go to me and say, oh, make better videos. I know that the content is there. I need to put out more of it, and that's what I've been doing lately. And I'm just kind of waiting on a hit. If a big video is huge for the channel when you have good content to back it up, because people go to your channel and they see more of the same and then they subscribe. So everyone's always looking for that big hit, but you always have to have the content to back it up, and I'm in that position. Otherwise, I'll just continue that slow grind. That's fine. 3,000, 4,000 subs a month. I'll get to that 100K eventually. Is there any way you can play with us? Definitely a struggle, even for smaller content creators. So right now I do play with Patreon, so that level of Patreon is always full. There's a bottom tier of Patreon that gets you inside looks and behind the scenes stuff. And sometimes I play with those guys, so that could be a chance. And the other thing I might say, if you come to the streams, there's gonna be viewer games, and also through my loyalty system for watching, you can spend your points on like a 1v1 or something like that. So there's opportunities out there. It's just hard. Okay, you know, there's so many people that ask. All right, I left this one to the end because I didn't want you guys to like turn off the video right away. Very controversial. Pineapple on pizza. I think this is a really Canadian thing. Pineapple has been on pizza ever since I was a kid. So I'm not sure if you guys have it in the States, but in Canada we have something called Hawaiian, which is ham and pineapple. As a kid, I didn't really like it. Now some of my favorite pizzas have pineapple on them, so I think it's like a mature taste that maybe you guys aren't ready for. All right, guys, well, that is the end of the questions. Thanks for watching. Thanks for looking at my face. In the future, a post-it note can solve any issues you have with this. Come by the streams. So a YouTuber trying to stream, it's going to be painful, but I'm going to give it a try, and I'd like to see you there. Otherwise, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Comment below. Tell me what you thought of my answers. Tell me what you think of pineapple on pizza. My name is Rocket Sledge. See you later.